good morning, and welcome to another adventure on the Appalachian Trail. I am back in Pennsylvania as I continue my journey through the state, and I am in Port Clinton right now. I am waiting for my shuttle, and I will be hiking back about 40 miles back into Port Clinton. So I'll be on the trail for a couple of days, just crushing the miles. It's gonna be very hot today. Today is gonna be the hottest day of the year so far. So it should reach the mid 90s. I'm a little concerned about the weather because I do not do well in the heat, but gotta do it. Don't know until you try it. The rest of the weekend should be nice. It should be back into the 70s. So it's gonna be a good one. Let's make it count. Let's go. Okay, guys, so I just got dropped off at the Swatara Gap parking lot, and we got into some traffic coming here, so I arrived a little bit later than expected, which translated into a later start than I expected. There was some trail magic at the parking lot, but I did not partake because of the time. I'm very anxious to get going. It's getting warmer pretty fast, but it's okay. We're gonna get this done. So it's a good day. It's gonna be a great day. Let's get going. So I'm on trail, and so I figure I have a very steep climb after I cross the next stream. So I guess before I start climbing, I'll let you know what the plan is for today. So the plan is to hike around 12 something miles, uh, but I'm starting very late due to the shuttle, and that combined with the very high temperatures today, I'm just going to have to figure it out, see how it goes, uh, and adapt accordingly. Um, so right now everything's all good. I should be able to make it to that shelter even if it's late in the day, but with 95 degrees temperature, it's going to be a struggle. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll figure it out. So I'm not quite sure what this is. There's some kind of tunnel, possibly a drain pipe. I'm not sure what that is, but If somebody knows what that is, let me know. So I just crossed the Swatara Creek and the footbridge. So it's time to start climbing. I'm going to be climbing up for about a mile and a half, 1.6 miles or so before I reach the ridge. And it should be a little bit more even from there, though it will be rocky. And it's warming up. It's really hot already. That's going to be a hot one. Let's get going. Hello, just a quick update. Uh, I'm about 3 miles from the first shelter. Um, it's not hasn't been moving as quickly as I would have liked to. Just stopped for a very quick break to get something to eat and cool off for a little bit. And I'm gonna head to the next shelter and see how things are, how I feel, and if I feel to put the extra 4 or 5 miles, I head to the following shelter. But I have been passing, or they have been passing me, a lot of through hikers. So I anticipate that the 501 shelter is going to be very crowded tonight. Also, it is Friday, and that shelter is very close to the road and brings a lot of campers. So I may reconsider. Yeah, it depends how I feel when I get to the next shelter, because I think it's going to be very crowded. So, but we'll see how I feel. Time to get going. Gonna keep going and see what happens. And that's the trail. Sylvania never disappoints me. And that's the trail. Good morning, campers. So I realized I didn't close the video yesterday. Yesterday was incredibly hard. Not because of the distance of the terrain, but the temperatures reached above 95 degrees. There were earth quality advisories, and by 4 o'clock, I was experiencing pretty severe heat exhaustion symptoms. So I stopped at the first shelter, made it to the first shelter, William Penn, and found a campsite. And I decided to just cut the day short, camp, rest, reset, and start all over again. So it's the next day. Uh, I actually was joined by another hiker, a lady that is completing her through hike, and we had a nice evening. I had a very good night's sleep. We had thunderstorms last night, but it was fine. So it's 7 o'clock. I am all packed up and ready to hit the road. The plan is to complete the miles that I have for today, plus half of the ones that I didn't do yesterday. So it's going to be a long day. The temperature is 68, complete difference than yesterday. So I should be able to move a little bit faster today. So it's going to be a good day. Let's make the best of it. Let's go. So think about I'm about a mile to a mile and a half from the shelter, and it has been mostly uphill or flat, which is nice in a nice way to warm up for the day, especially after a day as like yesterday. So earlier I mentioned that I had experienced symptoms of heat exhaustion yesterday, and that's pretty bad. uh, I was having piercing headaches and nausea and overheating, and it was pretty obvious that even though I was trying to stay hydrated, I I was sweating faster than I could replace the water and the electrolytes. So by mid-afternoon, uh, it was pretty obvious it was time to quit and listen to my body. So I found a campsite, decided to relax for the evening, reset, and start all over this morning. When I got to campsite, I just had to lay down for about 2 hours just to recuperate. My body felt so hot, and I kept drinking and drinking and drinking. I was drinking electrolytes, but I couldn't cool down. So it took a while to feel normal. And after that, got up, did all my chores, and relaxed for the night. Um, I did have a very good night's sleep, and that certainly helped. It rained most of the night, but that actually helped me sleep better. So, lesson learned, listen to your body, don't push it beyond its limits, and don't be afraid to quit. I was disappointed that I couldn't finish all the miles that I had planned for the day, but it was time. It was time to quit. I felt physically incapable of doing it, so it's okay. Uh, redid my plan, figured out a way to make up for the miles that I didn't do yesterday. And hopefully with this terrain and the much cooler temperatures in the next 2 days, I'll make it out somehow. It's gonna be a good day. Oh, wow. I have some fun scrambles to go through today. That's the trail.
Normally there's not that many people.
What's wrong? You're hiding.
You didn't see Snug's face from this angle.
So this is what I found. This is what I found this morning, you guys. Hi guys, quick morning update. I am at the 501 shelter and I stopped here to get some water and also recharge my electronics. This is kind of like the Ritz-Carlton of shelters. Everything you could possibly need, it's offered here. There is a solar shower if you want to shower, place to hang your clothes. The shelter has 12 bunks, so at least 12 people can sleep here. There are 10 sites. There's a picnic table, charging of electronics, potable water, and a place to dispose of your trash. And I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but that's something that we really appreciate. And the shelter is so close to the road that you can have pizza delivered here. So this is fabulous. This is like a hotel. So while my electronics were charging, I had a quick snack, resupply my water and my electrolytes. I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday, so I'll be hitting the trail in about 5-10 minutes. So now I'm just catching up on my journal, and Alonso is taking a break with me, and we'll continue on the journey. See you on the trail. So just a quick afternoon, I guess officially afternoon update. So I'm at the halfway point for today, and I had planned to stop here for lunch, but it's too early for lunch. So I am gonna keep going for a few more miles before I stop for lunch break. So halfway point is countdown from here. Yay! I pushed the miles to this creek, so I decided to do a late lunch and resupply my water, get something to eat, relax for a little bit, and now I'm ready to keep going. I only have about 5 miles to the campsite where I would like to stay. So I should be able to make it over there at a decent time. Um, I keep hearing a couple of rumbles, and I know there's supposed to be thunderstorms at some point this afternoon, evening. but I'm hoping that they hold on until I get to campsite. So let's pick up everything and get going. Good morning. It's the morning of day 3, and yesterday I didn't even have the opportunity to close out the video. I ended up hiking 15.2 miles. I got to campsite with just enough time to set up my tent and get inside before it started raining. So um, I didn't even have dinner because it was just raining and I was so tired. I just too tired to eat. Yesterday was a little bit of a physical as well as mental struggle, especially the second part of the hike. I think my body was still recuperating from the heat exhaustion from the day before. I also was trying to get to a specific campsite before it started raining. So all of that definitely put a challenge, and I struggle a little bit mentally trying to get to the campsite, but I made it. And sometimes this is a mental game as well as a physical game, so you have to keep your eyes on the prize. So I made it to the campsite and set up. Basically, just went to bed, and this morning I'm ready to go. It's 7:30, so I'm gonna head out. I do need to stop at a spring to resupply my water because there's no water in this campsite, and just keep going. The plan for today is to make it to Port Clinton, and but I decided that I am not gonna make it a race like I did yesterday. Just gonna take my time, give my body to do what it needs to do, and I'll get there when I get there. So, the weather is even cooler than it has been for the last 2 days. It's in the mid 60s, which is wonderful. So, we're gonna enjoy this ride. We're gonna make it to Port Clinton, and we're gonna enjoy the day. It's gonna be a good one. Well, I got all my water filtered, and I packed a little bit extra because I couldn't see on my app that there are any other reliable sources between here and Port Clinton. The temperatures are very cool today, so hopefully I won't need as much water as the last 2 days. So let's keep going. So this is a controlled fire area, and I can still smell the burned wood. Wow, look at this sea of ferns. So beautiful. Quick update. I am at the Eagle's Nest shelter. I stopped here for a break, early lunch. I really wanted to cook last night's dinner for lunch today because I really needed the calories. So I am done. I am going to get back to the trail. I think I'm a little bit over 5 miles in, so I'm really taking it easy today. It's going to be slow and steady, but I'll get there and see what happens. So I'm sitting at the Auburn Lookout, and there's a beautiful view from here. It's a very nice. So I only have 2 miles to go to get to Fort Clinton. So this is the last stretch, and about a mile and a half from here is a very, very steep uh, going down to Port Clinton. So I will put the phone away and be very careful. But it's been slow and steady all day, but we're almost there. This is the last stretch. Let's cross the last 2 miles. Okay, I made it to Port Clinton. I think I just used one of my 9 lives on that trail. That was insane. So steep, and it's just steps covered with gravel. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy and so dangerous. So anyway, I'm here. So I should be just a few minutes from my car. Well, guys, I made it. I'm so tired. So I hiked a little bit over 15 miles today. It was like 15.3. So that is a total of 39.6 miles for the last 3 days. So it was challenging, it was hard, it was hot, but I made it. So thanks for watching and see you on the trails.